Hello everyone, today is 26th of December 2022 and I'm continuing my series Daily Reality with Alex. As you know, I'm on my recreational vacation now in Austria. It is called Zillertal Arena where I am, and I would like to continue Daily Reality with Alex, and maybe today I would like to share some things regarding first our direction in reality and how we are moving in reality, because a lot of us think that in reality we are moving only in straight lines, but if you see here how the people are moving down the slopes, nobody is moving in straight line. And it is the same in life. We are looking different people and we are saying, okay, maybe if I, let's say, ski, or if I move like this specific person, maybe this is the correct way. Which is the correct way when we are going down to the directions of our life? Well, as we can see from the people moving here on the piste area, there is no specific way every one of us can move through reality. The only thing is to know the fundamentals. There is a direction, and the direction is always forward. Even if we want, we cannot go backwards in reality, but when we move forward, there are very interesting things we can do. We can slow the time or we can speed up the time depending on the end goal that we want to move towards. This is a very interesting thing about time, that more and more we pay attention on the present moment, more and more we can slow the time. It happens the same way when you are moving into the piste, and if you look straight before you start to ski a little bit slowly. If you put your eyes very far away and you put your attention much more further down the road, then you start driving subconsciously faster. So in life we cannot change the direction, but of course we can speed up or slow what we are experiencing. Yes, we have 24 hours, each one of us, per day. The cycles are the same, but during the cycle we can slow down the time and can experience much more things by putting focus on attention on a specific thing than if we're moving faster and just are trying to do the things that we want to do for the day. Let's say we have 5 things and we can just focus on the 5 things and then we don't notice anything else, and in the end of the day this is everything that we were able to gather awareness from only these 5 data points. When you are going down the slope, for example, if you can see people going down the slope, one of the idea is to focus on the direction, but the other idea is to enjoy every curve. Yes, in life we are constantly in curves, we are constantly changing directions, though generally there is a big direction, and a lot of us sometimes are frustrated. Why are we to change directions all the time? We want to have straight lines, but reality has no straight lines, so better start enjoying the curves and being secure and certain that we are moving in the right direction. As you see, like here in the slopes, nobody can move upwards, of course, without the lifts and so on, but in life it's the same. All of us can create different flows, but all of the flows are going into a direction towards lowering the entropy, or towards going back to more order, and towards some final general destination for all of us. Of course, we have freedom of choices, we can choose some things, but there are some things, as some allegories are speaking about the river of life. I can speak about now the pistes And the slopes of life, once you pass certain age, you cannot anymore choose some decisions. So it's very good to know how to carefully and slowly choose in reality the options that are presented before us during every daily experience, and of course based on our strong intent, which is long term, we can have a better orientation not only about the small curves that we are doing daily, but about the bigger picture. So actually, yes, in reality there is a straight line, but it is only in the mind. In the mind we can project that we want to go there the most efficient way, and according to the mind it can immediately create a straight line and a solution. But reality is different because there are much more things that are up there working, so we cannot count only on the mind solutions, but we need to constantly adapt with the reality situations that are happening there. So a lot of people don't know how to move in life. They want specificity. They want, okay, Alex, if you tell me exactly how many curves I'm to do, if somebody just shows me the recipe. No, every one of us has its own intuition, and we need to learn to work with it. And anyhow, all these people that are skiing now are actually skiing subconsciously. Nobody is using his consciousness for skiing or for snowboarding. Everyone has doing it with its subconscious mind. It's the same with us when we are moving strongly into the reality. We are doing it with our subconsciousness. So this big paradox that daily we are moving into every directions that we have chosen by our subconsciousness is 100% truth, and with our conscious mind we can just change the long-term direction. But all the small curves that our intuition is asking from us to do, it is better to lean on the intuition. And that's why for myself personally I have creating the learning process with which I'm exploring more of my authenticity and how I'm performing in reality. For example, if I feel that I have a good feeling to go some direction, and maybe the mind is saying, well, but Alex, this direction is not the most suitable, you will not look like nice if you go this direction, what will the people say, good opinion of other people, and many other things that the mind starts to calculate. But if there is a gut feeling, I don't need the knowledge. I want to express exactly what my subconsciousness wants, because only then I can know how much of who I am actually is able to subconsciously express. Then why and how we are using our will? We are using our will only for the long-term directions and the points we want to go towards. So this is about direction. Always go with the general things, and specifically it's again a paradox, because specifically we want a specific short-term things to be 100% done for us. We want every step to fix it, but actually in reality we are fixing only the long term, and then we need to let go and to wait for the flow, to wait as on the pistes. There is a direction for every piece, there is a direction for every river, there is a direction for every flow, and just we need to let go and let the flow do its job for us. It is like an allegory about the subconscious. The subconscious, once it's programmed and once you have given and placed your order, there is no necessity for much more to be done. Then maybe now I'm going to put one more subject that is important for me, and it is going to give you much more clear understanding about direction and how everything is happening in life, and why it is much more better to live by intuition and not by knowledge to create our own specific mind created curves. So there are two things that we human beings are willing strongly to work with in order to fix things in reality. One is called, of course, in both the ways we use intuition, but basically there are two practices. One of the practice is called meditation. A lot of people are now very modernly using this practice, but we need to know the difference between the practice of meditation, which of course I cannot speak a lot about and tell you a lot about because I'm not doing it, or at least I'm not doing it the way more of the people are doing it, and I have my own ways of doing the things. But for sure I know how to use prayer in order to fix things in reality. And the basic difference between meditation, according to me, and prayer is that in meditation the ego is strongly expressing itself in one of the direction, or we can feel it very strongly how powerful we are, how beautiful we are, how strong we are, how we are aligned with reality, how we are one with the creation, and so on and so on. And there are so many experiences through the breathing, through the detachment of the mind and the thoughts and the experience and the existence. You can listen to a lot of YouTube videos about this, and there are so many people that are doing active or passive meditation. Personally, who thinks that these tools are helping him, he can do them. But for me personally, I have decided to use another, according to me, much more powerful tool of prayer. The difference is that in prayer, the human being is subordinating itself under the Creator. It's not only aligning itself with the creation and is feeling that it's in oneness with creation, but also there is one additional layer where the human being is opening itself about and connecting with the source, and then something different happens, because through prayer you are also able to work with the Creator regarding even the so-called construct. So it is very difficult, of course, and that's why it's not so easy someone to show you how to pray or how to exactly perform specific things through prayer, because prayer is able to do its work only if there is authentic connection, and in order authentic connection to exist, it cannot be proved because it's invisible. So the only way it is to be shown is if really there is a movement in reality towards the direction of what we have prayed for. With prayer it is possible some things to be moved very strongly and very fastly through an intervention. But of course, a lot of us that are doing this type of practices, it is very important what we are doing these practices for. Again, like with the directions, if we pray and want to fix on something specifically, for example, if we pray and say, okay, God, if you exist, I just want a new car till tomorrow morning, or otherwise you don't exist. If we go into this direction, we will not understand the power of prayer, because there is no genuine connection, there is no subordination, because the existence of a creator should be acknowledged, and it is acknowledged only if we are in our rightful positioning in reality. And only then, when we are able to express that we subdue our will, and our ego is allowed from ourselves to dissolve and to acknowledge 100% an existence of a creator. Only then different prayers are starting to emerge out of our inner being from the spirit, and a lot of times even the mind is not working. Of course, there are many more practices that we can use, but personally, when I'm using prayer, I'm using it for general long-term direction. And for me, it is important to be under the will of the Father, or the so-called creator that is beyond the universe, and to have and feel the connection. It is the same like with this slope. I need to know that I'm positioned on a specific slope and I'm moving towards a direction, and I'm supported from the construct of reality and from the creator. This is very important. And then when I do my daily feedback regarding my long-term non-directional prayers, I'm just feeling the existence not only of myself, but I'm feeling and understanding the existence of a connection between me and my creator. And I also understand that me, the being, the reality construct, and the creator can be aligned with each other, and then it is possible for me to enter a flow state, through which flow state a lot of beautiful things can happen into the reality. And of course, all of us that are doing meditation, it is one level where we understand that there is much more in our being than only the mind realm or the body realm, but of course only to be aligned and to feel that me and the construct is in oneness. It is beautiful, but it is much more beautiful when we can add into the equation also the creator. Of course, it is very difficult for a human being to express a connection, since it's not possible the creator to be expressed in the physical matter reality, and he is expressed only through me, through you, through the universe, through the creation. And then it is a very strong paradox loop, but we are understanding the presence, the glory, the existence of the creator, not only through the specific moment, but by the construct with which we are encircled in reality. And that's why there are a lot of allegories about, for example, one of the allegories to feel that you are under the wings of God or in the hand of God and so on. It means that actually you are feeling this locking between you, the human being, the universe, and the construct of creation, and the source of life, the source of everything. And then you are able to unleash and to unlock a beautiful flow. It is like creating a way where there is no way, or creating a slope and a direction where there was never such a direction or a slope. So, of course, long term we are using the mind, we are using the conscious brain, we are using the consciousness, and I know a lot of people are very strongly involved into thinking that consciousness is the long-term solution and we don't need to 100% connect to a source, because if we connect to the field of consciousness and the universal consciousness, this is everything that is out there. But according to me, and there are a lot of researchers also, We are actually connected, of course, as human beings through our mental realm into the united mastermind of humanity based on the experience, but this is the so-called internal collective, the internal subconsciousness. Yes, we can dwell there, yes, we can understand a lot about knowledge, but this type of consciousness and to be connected with the universal consciousness is not helping the development of a relationship between a creation and its creator. It's a totally different path and a totally different source that goes much more deeper, and then you are entering a new state of dissolvement. Then reality, everything can be transmuted into the will of God, and then everything in reality can really all the time change, and the data stream can all the time be in such an alignment with who you are, with what is a necessity for you in the moment, that you don't need even to use intent. Of course, a lot of us want to be in control, we want to use our intent, we want to collapse the waves, we want to show that we are existing and that we can do something even alone. And this is part of the ego game that all of us, of course, can play strongly, and we can use it to some extent, but it is just layers upon layers of existence. Every layer of existence towards which we have come and accomplished, it is okay, but since everything is validated with the physical material reality, we are to always know that there is so much more to be explored, that there is so much more to be seen and found, and this is the beauty of existence, and this is the beauty of living, that actually every day we can learn and understand and explore so much more of reality. Everything that physical material reality is actually giving to all of us is a possibility to every second enter into the invisible, enter into the unknown, and be and dwell in the most beautiful places. So, as the border zone creatures, enjoy your reality, enjoy every direction, and just know that it's not only the mind that is working towards navigating the directions that are out there for all of us to move through reality. Bye bye, and enjoy your beautiful vacations or your beautiful rejuvenations. Bye bye.